I'm Jen, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic health practitioner and expert. And this week I want to talk to you about why how good you're eating doesn't actually really matter in some cases. And I think that you're going to find this absolutely insightful and fascinating. Now, I've always prided myself on being a healthy eater, but what I realize now is that how good you eat doesn't matter as much as you actually think that it might. So as a kid, I grew up with a garden. Dinner was always balanced with a lean protein, vegetable, and starch, and I had to clear my plate before I could have dessert, ensuring that I definitely ate all of the good stuff first. And then as I grew up and I went to college, I did my best to carry on the good eating habits my parents had taught me. And although I wasn't perfect, I definitely ate healthier than the majority of my peers. Plus, I made sure to hit the gym regularly to offset some of the indulgences that I had. But my weight was always up and down despite my healthy eating and exercise habits. As I entered into my mid-20s, I was determined to get my weight under control once and for all and to have the body of my dreams. So I signed up for my first fitness bikini competition. I cut calories, I trained harder than ever, I ate small meals throughout the day, and I drank gallons of water. My daily food intake usually included oatmeal and berries, yogurt and berries, a protein bar or protein shake, and some type of chicken breast with a vegetable such as broccoli or zucchini for lunch, and then also for dinner. Those are super healthy things to be eating, right? And on competition day, I was the smallest I had ever been. I was a lean 125 pounds at 16% body fat, but it only lasted for a few days. Sure, I looked great on stage, but the second I relaxed on my diet and training routine after the show, I ballooned back up and weighed more than I did before training, before the competition even took place. Along with the rebounded weight gain, my fatigue and seasonal allergies also intensified. I could barely keep my eyes open in the afternoon after having a double Americano from Starbucks. And the second the seasons changed, my head would fill up with fog, congestion, and pain from the reoccurring ear infections and earaches that I had. At the time, I didn't connect the dots between my fatigue, weight gain, and seasonal allergies, so I just kept trucking along and decided it would be a good idea to do another fitness competition in order to get my weight back under control. But this time, instead of cutting calories so drastically, I tried something called carb cycling, meaning that I would eat less than 50 grams of carbs per day for maybe 3 days in a row, and then I would have a high carb day of, let's say, 120 grams, and then do that on repeat. My food included way more protein and vegetables and way less fruits and grains this time around. I did more Olympic lifting, and I pushed myself even harder when it came to my exercise routine and training. My gut muscle gains from this were actually really great. I stood on stage at a lean 130 pounds and 16% body fat, feeling good in my body, but still struggling with fatigue and allergies. But just like before, my results didn't stick. Most of the weight came back. I was still tired all the time and plagued with severe seasonal allergies every time spring and fall came around. I started to question myself and all that I knew about diet and exercise. I was the healthiest person I knew, but I didn't exactly feel or look like it most of the time. So I went searching for answers, and that's when I started to realize that how good you eat doesn't matter as much as you might think that it does. So that's why in this video, I want to help you to kind of better understand the link between diet and getting whatever results it is that you're looking for, and why how good you eat doesn't matter as much as you think it does, because there are so many other pieces to the puzzle that make your diet either effective or not. So let's get back to it. When I found the Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Program, known as FDN for short, all of the pieces started to fall into place. I studied fitness, nutrition, and health in college, but not a single class addressed the actual functional components or importance of diet, rest, exercise, stress reduction, and supplementation, and how all of these pieces of the puzzles work together like the FDN course did. What I came to find is that essentially your diet is only as effective as the rest of your lifestyle is. You could be the healthiest eater in the world, but if you're burning the midnight oil or over exercising and dealing with a ton of physical and emotional stress, your healthy eating efforts basically kind of fall to the wayside. The body is a complex network of systems that all work together. And if you want your healthy eating habits to be effective for weight loss, increasing your energy, or resolving other health issues, then you need all of the systems online and working right and working together. You have to learn to value sleep and stress reduction as much, if not more, than diet and exercise in a lot of ways. Focusing on diet alone may get you some results. Maybe you'll lose a few pounds here and there, notice a small increase in your energy or some symptom relief, but eventually progress will come to a halt unless your lifestyle also supports your healthy eating habits or the ones that you're striving for. Now, for example, one night of poor sleep or going to bed late can have significant negative impacts on your body's ability to balance blood sugar and your hormones, both of which directly correlate with weight gain or weight loss resistance. And then there's over-exercising or exercising too intensely when your body's already depleted and tired, which also directly impacts hormone balance, which can dictate your weight loss ability. And then there's emotional stress, right? When you're stressed out, your stress hormone cortisol goes up, and surges in cortisol have been linked to weight gain right around that midsection, the one that we call the spare tire, so candidly. Now, I was guilty of all of these things. I stayed up way too late, I worked long hours or days at a stressful job, and I constantly pushed my body beyond its limits when it came to my exercise, and my functional lab tests definitely showed it. My cortisol was out of control, my sex hormones were low, I had a congested liver and some pretty nasty bacteria going on in my gut that were holding me back from getting my weight loss results. It was no wonder why I felt fat, tired, and broken down, even though I was eating healthy. Okay, so here's how I finally got my weight and allergies under control and my energy back once and for all. It's actually super simple. I shifted my focus to be equal parts diet, rest, exercise, and stress reduction by paying more attention to what foods made my body actually feel good, setting a goal to be asleep by 10 p.m. at least 5 nights per week, incorporating 1 to 2 days of restorative exercise such as long walks on the beach and yoga, creating a daily mindfulness practice using a variety of tools such as meditation and breath work, whatever felt right for me in that day. And I also worked on restoring function to the different systems of my body using functional lab testing as my guide. Now my healthy eating habits are as effective as they can be, and 1 or a few days off of my normal eating routine doesn't throw me completely off course like it used to be. I've seen a similar story over and over again with the clients that have come through my health coaching practice. A lot of them have tried various diets such as paleo or Whole30 and keto, but they're getting little to no results because it's the only thing they've been focusing on, and their lifestyle wasn't necessarily supporting the expected results of their healthy eating habits. But once we ran some functional lab tests to identify their healing opportunities and to help get them on a more personalized plan with a balanced focus, the weight starts falling off, their energy instantly goes up, and any other health issues start to dissipate or go away actually completely. So if you're frustrated with the lack of results that you've been seeing with your healthy eating habits, then I'd like to invite you to explore what's holding you back. You can explore this with me by clicking below to schedule an ideal health and weight discovery session with me. Now, I hope you found this helpful to at least start to balance your focus so those healthy eating habits can be as effective as you want them to be. See you in the next video.